And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you the game of the week. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Almost ready to get underway. And on the hill in this one, German Marquez. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Carson Williams, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Ripped on a line. Hauls it in for the out. One down. Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Josh Lowe.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
In the air, left side. Trout sizing it up. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Josh Lowe.
2 down, bases empty. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And that one fouled off.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He'll circle the bases, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down. Here's Eloy Jimenez. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Jimenez working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Right-hander kicks, deals, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now at Oriole Park. And today's starting pitcher, Ryan Pepio.
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because These hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Bottom of the first, and into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
That one the other way, makes the grab, 1 away. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Cedric Mullins.
And Boog, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
And a major milestone is right around the corner. 1 home run short of 400 for his career. Pepio certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark. So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing hitters from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
1 down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That misses. It's 2-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Into center. It falls in, and that's a hit.
Batting third, catcher Adley.
So man aboard. Here's Adley Rutschman. 3 for 7 in the series so far. And that's in there at the knees.
All right, Boog. So I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rutschman do on the field?
Man at first, 1 away.
One ball.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Next pitch is inside. 3-2 now. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Struck him out looking.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. And there's a ball. Henderson working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Next offering upstairs. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Rays 1 and the Orioles nothing. Second inning set to go. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Marquez back to work. Ground ball left side. Loves it on the dive. Throw to first. And it beats him. What a play. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast, the symbol.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
Danny Jansen to hit here. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Jansen batting sixth in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. One out, base is empty. And that skips in the dirt. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And it hits the fence. Into second, and he's got a double.
Batting seventh.
Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
One out. Runner at second. Digging in, Christopher Morel. Hitless in the first two games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Fouled off left side.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Here's the 0-1. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Towards first, and that chance handled. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Jose Caballero will hit next. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That's outside, and that is ball one.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Fastball catches the corner at the knees. 2 outs and a runner at third. The Rays leading on the solo homer. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Stays alive.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. One hit, one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Rays 1 and the Orioles nothing. Bottom of the inning. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Ball one there. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
2-2 now. Now one missed. Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Pretty interesting pitch sequence in that at bat. Instead of attacking with the fastball early in the count to get ahead, it was all off speed until the very last pitch to put him away. And pretty impressive to have the fastball command right when you need it. He just kind of kept it in his pocket until he wanted to blow him away.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Inside, just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boog from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
In there at the knees for a strike. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue, you better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Yandy Diaz now. Line to left. Corrals it. And that is that. Offense held in check there. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Rays 1 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Johnny DeLuca.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Strike one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Mullins hauls it in, and there's one away. Stepping in, Carson Williams. 0 for 1 so far. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And he can't come up with it. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Fly to left his first time.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Marquez over to first. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Save. Williams, the runner at second with one away. Check swing, called strike. Fastball almost got him there. One out and a runner at second. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. He goes down looking.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Mullins settles under it. Drops into the glove. And that is that. One left for Tampa, but they're on top 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Colton Cowser.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. There's a strike.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Now, Cedric Mullins. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup, and stepping in is the speedy Jackson Holliday. He's 0 for 1.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Trout.
Here's Mike Trout.
There's something pretty special about a player hitting 400 career home runs. He's 1 shy of that mark right here, so this could be an historic at bat.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. They still trail 1-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Bounce to the right. Handles, throws to first, and they take care of Jimenez for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play. And I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Jansen in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Two down, nobody on.
1 and 2.
The 1-2. That's down and in. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Rays go in order 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Ready to go, bottom four. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. That one finds the corner. 0-1. And ball one.
That's a good pitch there.
1-1.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now batting, shortstop,
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Henderson.
Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? And that one fouled off.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Way outside, and a count 2-1. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next one just misses. 3-2 now.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
In the air, left field. Morel in position. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. Struck out swinging his first time. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right through there for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Off the mark there. And that's ball one.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Abrams on at second with 2 down. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And the batter now, Yandy Diaz. He's 0 for 1.
Diaz.
Check swing, called strike. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to Mountcastle, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Orioles strand a couple. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Marquez back to work. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Morel goes 5 feet 11 inches, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one fouled hard the other way. Founds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
One down, base is empty.
Ball 2.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's in there, and that's strike 2. Down the line, Trout on his horse, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. The throw into second. Not in time. It's a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. Close, but called the ball. And it's 1-0. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And that's a little high. That one not close. 3-0. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Carson Williams. 0 for 2 in this one. The shortstop takes the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The 1-0. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That clips the corner.
2-1.
Fouled off. He was late. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And that's off the inside edge. Full count now. Junior Caminero next to bat for Tampa. Two on, 1 out. Got him swinging. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. And there's a ball.
No strike.
Two outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Yennier Cano, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Aiken, the lefty, warming up as well. The next pitch misses. 2-1.
1 strike.
Two on, 2 outs. Headed down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The next offering misses. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
First and second, 2 down. And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
2 outs, bases full. Josh Lowe, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And he takes one right on the black. It's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Just missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
2 outs, bases are full. Lined into right. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. And the Rays leave them loaded, but they still lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the
Leading
fifth.
off for the
And into the
Orioles,
box for Baltimore,
right fielder,
Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser.
That one out to right. Lowe has it sized up. And out number 1 on the grab.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now at
Center
the plate,
fielder,
Cedric Mullins. Popped out and fouled ground first time
Mullins.
through.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike
0-1.
one. And he takes a strike. The Rays leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ball 1 low. Two out, space is empty. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch is downstairs. On the ground, right side, and foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Got a good eye there.
Okay.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
That one lifted to left. Morel snags it, and that is that.
Now pitching.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Yennier Cano.
Number 78.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Well, one-run game. Eloy
The
Jimenez now.
designated hitter, Eloy Jimenez.
Tap foul at the plate.
Well, these Rays really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count off, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Good eye in that spot.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
And a ball evens the count.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
That one to first. Takes it himself. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Ryan Mountcastle getting ready to hit.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
The other way, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got
Now
something he
batting,
could handle.
catcher,
He really
Danny
shot that one
Jansen.
down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 out, runner at second. And now Danny Jansen. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. That one missed. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Gregory Soto, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. There's a strike. 2-1 now. That's inside. There's a strike at the knees. And now 3-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. And that should quiet this home crowd. His 7th home run of the season. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the left fielder, Christopher Morel.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. Cano, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1. Way inside, gets out of the way.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
One down, base is empty. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 4-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Yennier Cano won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching
Keegan
for the
Aiken
Orioles.
gets the ball now.
Well, he struggled
Number
quite
45.
a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Jose Caballero now at the plate. 1 for 2. Foul ball. Next offering upstairs.
1-1.
Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
DeLuca in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. In there at the knees.
1 ball, 1 strike. No, that's a ball.
Swing and a ball line to center. Mullins makes the play, and it's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And a pitch. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Joe Boyle preparing to come on if needed. Faedo warming up as well. He swings and fouls one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Throws to second, and that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And now, Adley Rutschman. There's a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Gunnar Henderson digs in now.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. A massive home run. It's 4-2.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now here is C.J. Abrams. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two runs across in the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground, right side. Whips it to Mountcastle, and he's out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Ryan Pepio departs. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for
Joe
Tampa Bay.
Boyle will take over here.
Number
Well,
36.
walks have been a big issue
Joe
for him this
Boyle.
year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. First offering, and it just misses. Fastball is outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next offering way upstairs. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And that is in for a strike. And now 3-1. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot.
Now
Hitter
batting
didn't offer
first
at it.
baseman,
Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So up next,
Diaz.
Yandy Diaz. His home and away splits there. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Ball one.
In the dirt.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Goes to second. Save. And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Man at second. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Boyle, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Man on second, 2 down. And he chases that one. They limit the damage here. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 4-2. 6 innings in the books on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check
for
out the
Tampa
latest
Bay,
news from around the
shortstop,
league.
Number 65.
That's off the mark. 1-0. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a pop-up. Diaz. And it's caught for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it out.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, foul off first. And makes the grab. Out number 2.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel. But someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
And stepping in for the Rays, Josh Lowe. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Diaz steps on the bag. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa as they can't add to their 4-2 lead.
Now pitching for
We're
Tampa
back
Bay.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
49.
Kevin Kelly.
Well, the best
Kevin
relievers
Kelly.
love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead
Leading off
late
for
in the
the
ball
Orioles,
game. Some
right
of them are just
fielder,
wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Hauser.
Fought off foul. Way inside. The 1-1. Pulls that one foul. And it's even up.
2 strike.
And delivers
Ball, 2
outside.
strike.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. Swings and misses.
No
And
ball,
that's strike
1 strike.
1. The Orioles trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is in for a strike. And misses inside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept it simple.
Left
Played
fielder,
pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came
Trout.
from, and there was just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Trout. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Trout would reach 400 career homers with one more long ball.
Well, let me say when he hits number 400, that's really special. Not even 70 players in MLB history have done it. Al Kaline didn't. Neither did Joe DiMaggio, Larry Walker, Jim Rice, Orlando Cepeda, or Tony Perez. And all of those guys are Hall of Fame sluggers.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Nope, that's inside.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The tying run at the plate.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Kevin Kelly will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Manuel Rodriguez into the game.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. 0 for 3 in this one. Called strike right there. And that one missing low.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
On the ground, and that one finds its way through. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe, and the runner from second scores on the play. It's 4-3.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. He's already homered in this game. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. The shortstop takes the ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
The 2-1. And he swings over the top there.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that one upstairs.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Hit in the air, left field. Morel brings it in, and that is the third out of the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 4-3 ball game. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The 8th inning is coming your way next. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brusdar Graterol.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, One-run game. Now it's going to be Eloy Jimenez. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. There's a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Gregory Soto is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Pitch misses there, and the count even 1-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Trout sizing it up. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, first baseman Ryan Mountcastle.
And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. 1 for 3. Graterol in his 6th season, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Outside, ball 1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 1-0. Popped up. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Danny Jansen.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now on an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Christopher Morel next to hit for the Rays. There's the strike. Jansen off of first with 2 away. Outside. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. The Rays strand just the 1, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now,
Bay.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
31.
8th. Alex Faedo.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
C.J. Abrams getting ready to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
There's the strike.
That was just paint on the first pitch fastball.
Down the line, and it's foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Going to count 1 and 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
O'Hearn in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Move to first, and he's back in safely.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
2 balls, no strike.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. That's down and in. Yandy Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one's in there. Now 3-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Pinch running here, Jorge Mateo. Yandy Diaz, the next to hit for the Orioles. That clips the zone. Strike 1. So the tying run at second.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Here's the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Look out. Two aboard, 2 outs. Lifted in the air, right center field. DeLuca sizes this one up. That is the inning. So they strand a pair. Through 8 full, it's the Rays 4 and the Orioles 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Helsley.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ryan Helsley.
And here is Jose Caballero.
Second baseman, Jose Caballero.
Outside low, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Dean Kramer is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. And a slider in there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one is inside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Next offering upstairs.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
The center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Man at first. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Johnny DeLuca. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th.
No.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner on the go. Headed towards the corner. Trout on his horse. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And the 1-0. That one missed. That one in triple digits. And downstairs. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead in the ninth.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Swing and a ball popped up. Holiday. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder Josh Lowe.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a foul straight back. Helsley with a move to first. And he's back in easily. Williams, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball.
1 ball.
And a count 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. 1 run across in the frame so far here at the top of the ninth. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That one blasted deep to right. Back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Coming home. He'll score. Mullins whips it back in, and they hold him at second.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Helsley done for the night, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching
Gregory
for the
Soto
Orioles.
gets the call from the pen.
And he's been racking up
65.
strikeouts at a high rate this year.
Gregory
Typically at least 1 an inning,
Soto.
so he'll be tough to get to.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the DH, Eloy Jimenez. Misses outside, and that's ball one. And another ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Low. Around third. He'll score easily. Relay throw to second. He's in there.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit. 1 for 4 with a double. And that's outside. Two outs, and it's fouled away. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. And that one hit 97 on the gun. That one misses. Now 3-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Man at second. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Hopefully he figures it out on the mound because they're running out of arms in that bullpen.
Up next for Tampa
Danny
Bay,
Jansen
catcher,
now at the
Danny
plate.
Jansen.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Just missed.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Here's a 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, but kept close. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line drive, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Rays 7 and the Orioles 3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Garrett Clevenger.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So digging in, Jackson Holliday. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. And now batting, Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Just missed. Runner at first with no outs here. To third, Caminero. On to second, they get 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
So they're down to their final out. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And the sweeper misses. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Orioles down to their final strike. Just misses with that one.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Gunnar Henderson would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Henderson in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Rutschman off of first with 2 away. And that is out of play. That just misses. And a count 2-1. And a foul ball. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. The 2-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Morel sprinting after it. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.